So this chapter is called Keeping the Initiative, right? And chess is simple because if you have the idea, the moves start to come to you, right? So you just got to come up with the idea, right? So keeping the initiative, right, is usually when you sacrifice something or when you give your opponent something, right? And most of the time that's going to be a material advantage, right? So sometimes you give your opponent a pawn to get a lead in development, or just a lead in space, or the ability to attack your opponent's king. But once you commit to that, you have to fully commit to that, right? Especially if you see that your attack is going to be dying down soon, or you don't see a way for you to complete your attack, right? So literally keeping the attack going or keeping the initiative going at all costs. So the first example we'll look at is a game I played as, let's say, a 2100. I played as a 2100, and I played against an international master who was about 2500, right? And so there's a big rating disparity there, but the rules are still the same. And so here I played the move f4 here as black. Played the move f4 here as black. And one thing to note is that the center is closed here, right? And the only person that can really make progress in the center is black at the moment with a move such as e5. Just noting that, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. Right, so f4 is a move here. It's just a very aggressive move here, right? And the most casual move here is to play bishop d2. But maybe the correct move is probably just to accept this. And we'll see later in the game why that is, right? And just like in the game that we finished seeing where we opened up the G file and was able to use that to our advantage, here white can sort of do the same thing, but just not with the G file, right? So they're opening up their king, right? But instead of using the G file to their advantage, they can use this diagonal to their advantage. Now that brings some a different kind of dynamic to the game here, right? It can go like knight f8, and it can go like, let's say, f3, rook f6, f4. Just in case you wanted to completely cut out the black playing moves like e5 and just making sure that this pawn stays a weakness for a long period of the game. Makes a lot of sense here.